In the ancient realm of Valorum, where the sea-crystal palace gleamed like a fractured star beneath a firmament veiled in Stuarem's eternal shroud, Queen Meghan stood alone in the sanctum of shattered light. Her robes, spun from the deepest indigo of twilight's sorrow, flowed like a river of grief over marble etched with frost's delicate sigils, her coronet a diadem of thorns upon a brow heavy with fate's unyielding #G decree. The air-bee hashtag, or the mournful scent of fading star bloom and the sharp sting of broken vows, as if the palace's sacred stones wept for a kingdom poised on the edge of ruin. Through seasons of unending strife, her blood from distant shores, a false vision of Prince Harry's betrayal, her sire #S damning revelations through the scrying orbs, Tyler Perry's 86 scrolls of accusation, a woven lie of sound, the celestial networks forsaking of her as ever dream, her mother Dory's piercing claims, Jessica Mulrooney's treachery, the Order's inquisition, a breached accord with the king, whispers of blackmail, and Harry's lone pilgrimage to Anglia, the threads of Valorum's destiny had frayed to breaking. Now, a new wound had pierced the realm's heart. Prince Harry, her sworn consort and beacon of her soul, was scorned by the orbs as a spare beside Meghan's radiance, his H1 mocked as a shadow to her throne. The kingdom's voices, ablaze with cruel #STS, named him redundant, stirring a tempest of controversy that threatened to sunder their bond. Alone, Meghan bore the weight of this SCO #RN, her spirit aflame flickering in the gale. The palace, once a citadel of celestial hope, now stood as a sepulchre of whispered doubts, its crystalline vaults echoing with the orbs CR #your refrain, the prince is but a shadow to the queen, a spare in Valorum's tale. This N #ite, Meghan sought to tread the sacred path to the Starstone's crypt, a quest to rekindle its divine light, and heal the land's barren heart. Her soul, scarred by betrayals, Disara's cryptic omens, Vera's visions of twilight, Morgana's forbidden rites, Caelitha's riddles, Serafina's ancient tomes, Thalion's radiant gems, Elindra's prophecies of doom, Voltha's unveiled truths, Zoratha's reliquaries of power, Lysandra's locket of souls, Selene's orb of celestial light, Vera's amulet of truth, Thalira's crystal of sky song, Lysera's scroll of lore, Zorathine's mirror of shadows, Silvara's chalice of blood, Eloria's orb of dreams. Ilarian's orb of fate, quailed beneath this new sorrow. Hys mockery as a spare, born of venomous tongues in the council, was seen a #SA wound to their shared destiny. The court sages, their eyes sharp as winter's frost, wove tales of Meghan's dominance, naming her the architect of his diminishment. King Charles, a sovereign cloaked in silence, stood as a pill #R of judgment, his heart bardee to their plight. Meghan's hands #rested upon a shrine carved with sigils of forgotten stars, her emerald gaze dimmed by a storm of grief and unyielding resolve. The scorn heaped upon Harry cut deeper than any blade, his love, once her giddy #ing star, now a flamme mocked by the realm. She recalled #their last communion in the palace's grove of eternal flame, where frost wove a delicate shroud and Harry's eyes, green as verdant dawns, held a shadowed vow. I am yours, though the world name me less. Had her light eclipsed Hys? Or had unseen hands woven this cruel jest? The orb sang of his diminished role, a prince cast as a shadow to her throne, their words igniting a firestorm of voices. Some cried manipulation, others pity, but all saw Meghan as the cause. Whispers of a traitor's hand, threading discord through #their love, haunted her thoughts. Who had sow #and this seed of scorn? The question burned like a pyre within her soul. A herald, breathless and cloaked in frost, breached the sanctum's stillness, his voice a trembling note in the symphony of fate. O Queen, a missive from the shadow-wed quarter. A seer of Eldoria awaits at #e Twilight Vale Inn, bearing knowledge of the scorn cast upon Prince Harry. Your guards stand ready for your decree. The tidings fell like a star's ember into the darkness. Truth. Could it mend the riven threads of their bond, or bind them in deeper despair? Meghan's spirit stirred with fragile hope, though the sanctum's shadows seemed to weave a shroud about her. She lifted her gaze, her coronet a sigil of her resolve, and spoke with the Weite of Queens, lead me to this seer. She glided through a hidden passage, Hashtag her robes a whisper of night upon Tehe cold stone, each step a defiance of her sorrow. The carriage bore her swiftly through Valorum's frost wreath. Hashtag D streets, past lanterns flickering like fading hopes, and star-less, shuttered against the night. The clatter of hooves sang in harmony with her heart's unquiet rhythm. She recalled the dawn of their reign, Harry's bold spirit, their shared vision of a Valorum united, her oath to transcend her foreign blood. Yet the scar hashtag Endal-Nda, each a thread in the Starstone's shadowed fate, had bound her in chains of doubt. The mockery of Harry as a spare, woven by cruel tongues, had sp hashtag UN their love into a tale of fracture. The twilight veil enrose before her, its ancient timbers aglow with ethereal light, the air thick with frost and the murmurs of secrets. Meghan drew her hood close, her steps swift, as she wove through the tavern's haze, heedless hashtag F the gazes from those cradling their spiced wine. She hashtag E ascended the narrow stairs to the chamber named by the herald, her heart a drumbeat of dread hashtag and hope. She thrust open the door without pause. A figure stood by a hearth where embers danced like fallen stars, cloaked in obsidian velvet, their visage veiled by a hood, their hands cradling a radiant scepter inscribed with runes of power. The chamber thrummed with a stillness born of destiny, Harry's absence a wound in the very air. Meghan's soul quailed beneath the weight of the shared scorn. Her voice, sharp as a blade forged in starfire, clove the silence. You claim to hold the truth of the scorn heaped upon Harry. Speak, lest I deem these shadows but a hashtag not her deceit. The figure unveil hashtag D their face, revealing features carved by time's unyielding hand, their sapphire eyes gleaming with the light of distant star hashtag S. I am Thalandir, they intoned, their voice a melody of ancient hashtag Cs. I am a vowbinder of the veil, guardian of Valorum's sacred oaths. I come to unveil the truth, hashtag F the prince's mockery. Meghan's gaze sharpened, her voice quivering with the AC hashtag he of loss. They name him a spare, a shadow to my throne. The orbs scorn, your love. What truth can mend this wound? Hashtag Alandir lifted the scepter, its radiance casting shadows that danced like spectres of forgotten gods. This is a Vowbinder's scepter, they declared. It reveals truths woven into the oaths of heart and crown. The scorn cast upon Harry was woven by a traitor, foretold by Desara, Vera, and kin, who cast a spell to diminish him in the realm's eyes, seeking to break your bond and claim the Starstone. Hashtag Hay drew forth a parchment, its edges rhymed with frost and pulsing with hashtag H sigils of power. This parchment, wrested from the traitor hashtag S sanctum, unveils their design, to mock Harry, isolate you, and seize the Starstone. He stands in Anglia, seeking veils elders to break the spell and guard your child, the heir of light. Meghan's eyes flared, her voice breaking with hashtag hope and anguish. A hashtag spell. They scorned him to tear us apart, yet you say he fights for us. After the council hashtag S venom, the network's betrayal, and the orb's lies, how can I trust this truth? Her heart, worn by sorrow, trembled with doubt. Had she misjudged the love that bound them? Thalandir's sapphire eyes burned with unwavering resolve. The Starstone's crypt lies beneath the palace, guarded by snares only a royal may unravel. The traitor knows you draw near their secret. You must enter the crypt to preserve Valorum, and Harry shall return when the spell is undone. Meghan clasped her coronet, her duty a beacon in the dark. Harry's scorn, the court's venom, her pain, they would bide. Valorum's fate hung in the balance. Lead on, she declared, her voice avow.as she departed the inn, the frost par hashtag Ted, revealing a moon that cast shadows long and treacherous. The traitor lingered in the darkness, their visage yet veiled, but Meghan's will shone brighter than her sorrow. He Starstone, and Valorum's